but it wasn't free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't free.
No, the cost of a 2 torn knees and the
I'm sure
cost
the
of
knees still hurt.
Like right now, I'm hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure they still hurt.
Oh. Especially when it rains, I can tell you how long and how hard it can rain. You know,
like I know they still hurt.
So one of the things also that you sort of mentioned, and is a topic that I kind of became aware of because of Matthew Cherry, who played college football, then went on to play in the NFL, and didn't last very long in the NFL, and had to try to figure out how to make the transition to something else. And so what he talked about a lot is the lack of any type of support when that moment comes to an end.
Yeah.
So can you talk about that? Because I know, Chris and I were talking about it, and I said, I can't imagine, I love this sport so much, and I don't play. I can't imagine eating, sleeping, and breathing football every day. You know, and for years, that's how they pump y'all up, especially when you're at one of these big Power 5 schools that football is your whole life. Yeah. And then when the moment comes where you're not playing anymore, and what that looks like what is the lack of support? What kind of support did you need, or what would have been helpful?
You don't know.
I mean,
you don't know what you need. Like right now, I wrote up a program, a transition, program. Game Breaker University is a transition strategy. I mean, a kid transitioning from middle school to high school don't know what they need.
Yeah.
From high school to college don't know what they need.
Yeah.
From college to the league or college to whatever your profession is, they don't know what they need. So at the end of the day, you look at me, I'm filming TV, which that just came out of nowhere. I got a IT consulting company that came out of nowhere. I do apparel, I do radio, and that's the reason because I've never truly known what I wanted to do. I've been blessed. I've had the gift and the curse. It could be a gift and a curse to be blessed to do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But not knowing which direction to go, and then if you do go back, they do provide some assistance, but you have to be really exceptional before them to really engage you. And when I say that, you got to be one of the stars.
Yeah.
To go back. Now, I was one of the stars that unfortunately became damaged goods, and then that's quickly thrown by the wayside. But that's just human nature. What have you done for me lately? Janet Jackson had that song a couple years ago. So that's just a mantra on how they go about
the mental aspect of it.
It's PTSD at the end of the day.
That's what I was about to ask. Have you ever had counseling?
Yeah, I mean, I go to the Word. You got your pastors. You got good family.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I do. I just got a psychologist.
Okay.
I think it's important because
it is.
We definitely, both of us are people who have therapists, so we definitely advocate therapy.
So mental health is something that we deal with on the regular. Yeah. You can be depressed. It may not be your fault. It could be a chemical imbalance. It could be just something that took you back to a situation. It could be me hurting and wondering why wasn't I prepared? Why didn't I make better decisions about protecting myself rather than being or feeling obligated to play injured. So I mean,
that's real though. I don't think, man, I appreciate you so much for opening up with us and sharing this because I don't think the kids hear this often enough.
Well, they don't want to hear my story though. I promise you, they rather hear the guys that made it and played 15 years in the league.
Yeah.
That's an anomaly rather than me being the common denominator of what happens, because you go from being the number one player to having to figure out and navigate what's next.
Yeah.
And people that I know made millions. I'm sending them money now. And they're wondering, Trav, how have you been able to navigate through life without having made it to the league? Because they knew the support we had.
Yeah.
Of course, it wasn't about a degree. I mean, I got hit with some. I was in South Georgia. They said, man, they making IT guys differently these days. I didn't know if that was a
compliment or an insult.
I told them thank you. At the end of the day. But
that's funny because Chris in IT too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's one of those things, man, that you deal with.
Yeah.
You just got to move forward with it and just understand. You got to align yourself with people that are kind of smarter than you. You don't want to ever be the smartest person in your crew.
Nope.
And being able to nurture, you just don't want to always give either, because you will become depleted.
Yeah.
So you got to be around people, man, that can help you replenish yourself as well. So
I just wish that more people understood it, because being a Georgia fan, there are a lot of fans or alumni that weren't athletes that do not understand that college football, college athletics is a dirty game.
Do you realize how hard it is to be a 19, 20-year-old that was recruited by the previous coach that has been, put in a position where he has to perform or he got to find somewhere else to play.
Yeah.
When he thought he signed a 4-year, scholarship, to be there. And it's pressure.
Yeah.
All the time. And it's pressure because you can't make the average mistakes that the average students make because your stuff is put on a pedestal.
Yeah.
You're just making the same mistakes that everybody else makes.
Man.
Shout out to Clark County PD.
Oh, yeah, Clark County PD. We work in progress.
And by shout out, I mean...
Yeah, all the time, man. But you got good people on staff. The Jonas Jennings of the world. He played with me, played in the league. Yeah. He's the director of player relations, so he makes sure that they're taken care of. Yeah. Good friend of mine. Kirby's a good dude as well, man. He's bringing a lot back.
Hold on. We can't just gloss over that now. Hold on. You got to tell the people, our listeners out there, how do you know Kirby Smart?
I mean, we played together. We were true freshmen together. Actually, our history started in semifinals of the 1993 state playoffs. He played at Bainbridge. Yeah, he played it. Yeah, he played at Bainbridge and done with it. And they had this All-American running back, and we had an All-American running back. But our defense was a little bit better.
Who was their All-American running back?
It was, I think it was Jonathan Butler. Okay. And then Rod Perriman was our running back. We beat them 28-3. But anyway.
You just going to casually drop that. We beat them 28-3.
But then when they had the Georgia-Florida All-Star game was like the Army All-American game. Because, most of the skills came from the Florida and Georgia.
Yeah.
So So he was on the Georgia team, and I was on the Georgia team, and we played against Fred Taylor and all of those guys. Jaquez Green was our quarterback, along with Hines was our quarterback.
He went to Florida.
He went to Florida, man, and it started out there, and then we were true freshmen together. He redshirted. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to redshirt. If I could do it all over again, I would have. Yeah, I would have redshirted. But so we go back 25 years.
Man. Wow.
24 years. I don't know. Yeah. Well, 25, shoot, 93.
Yeah. My little brother was born in 93, 25 years.
Yeah, 25 years. So
and Travis just glossed over Jonas Jennings. Jonas Jennings played what?
He played
12 years in the NFL.
I think it was about 9, 10 years. Yep. Yeah, he played about 9, 10 years in the league.
Jonas was
Buffalo and San Francisco was his blockbuster deal. Yeah. But he's doing big things at the University of Georgia now with those kids. Yeah. Because they're first, and they got somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
We didn't have nobody to talk to.
And that's important, man. Yeah. So that has come up a lot this year with sort of two things you said. One, the red shirt rule, the new rule. And number two, with these quarterback situations. Yeah. So it came up with Tua and Jalen first. I think, I say first, because it's happened. Yeah. It's probably been happening since football has started. But it got most publicized.
Yeah, they did it mostly.
Huh?
Well, look at Chris Lee.
Yeah.
Chris Lee won that first national championship down in Florida. Tebow got the credit, but that was Chris Lee's team.
Yeah.
And Tebow won the next two.
So Chris Lee did a video where he walked on Florida's campus, and nobody recognized him.
Nobody.
He was like, I would see if anybody recognized me.
Nope.
Nobody recognized him.
He was interviewing folks.
Yeah, nobody knew who he was.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, man, that's design, crazy. Man.
But the issue became highly publicized with Tua and Jalen, and then again with Trevor Lawrence and Kelly Bryant, and actually it happened a little bit at Ohio State too with
Dwayne Haskins and JT Barrett.
Yes, and so the players having somebody to talk to.
Oh, you talking about Cardale Jones?
Cardale Jones and JT Barrett.
Okay. Because one
did have a
Jones won the national championship.
Yeah.
And then JT got hurt. Yeah. I lost my position to an injury. Of course, you're not supposed to, but it happens. If it does, it does. It just
but the issue of having somebody to talk to and having transparency on the team, because like we've repeatedly said, you 18, 19 years old, and
you're a kid.
It's something that is way beyond your control.
Yeah, I was blessed to have a 2-parent home, 2 older brothers that I could bounce stuff off. A lot of people don't have my situation.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I was looked at as being a liability as far as not being prepared or strong enough because I came from a 2-parent home.
Wow.
I didn't know I was going to be tough enough.
You had a college game day story.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
You had a college game day story.
Yeah. So, that was a question from a lot of colleges on if I would be tough enough.
Do you think because you had that you felt more pressure to play through your injuries without getting them repaired? Do you think that contributed to you playing?
No, I just felt obligated. I was just, nobody ever told me. I had some people there that I thought should have had my best interest that didn't have my best interest. People that I had relationships with.
They should have told you go fix this.
I should have been prepared. Yeah, I should have been repaired, and then I would have been better off. But I still performed at a high level, injured. Yeah. That was crazy. So I left a lot of money. I left a lot of money on the table.
Yeah.
Because of ignorance. But it's neither here nor there. I take ownership. At first, I never took ownership. It was all about what people did to me. So once I took the ownership, I was able to kind of move forward.
And be clear, if you taking ownership, that's your personal decision, because I think you're well within your right to not do that.
Yeah.
Because it's you were the commodity there, and you were taken advantage of. Yeah. And when you're not giving your options, and when all that pressure is leveraged against you, so I appreciate you taking ownership. That's fair if you want to do that, and that's for you to process.
But you have to
move on. But you well within your right if you don't.
Well, you can leave.
You know what, y'all look.
You can leave. That's what I'm saying. So you have the option to leave or to remove yourself from that situation if you don't feel you have it. So that's why you have to take ownership. Because you make those decisions. I made a decision to go to University of Georgia versus Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That may have, looked out or whatever reasons, Florida State.
But even then, can you leave? Because those coaches, they hold your right.
Yeah, you could leave.
They talk.
Like, the coaches can be like, you can't transfer to any school in the SEC or the ACC or you got to transfer to, some other school.
Yeah.
So, it seems like, That's why I get mad when people question what these kids, how these kids make their decisions, because this is the only time they really have that power to control however they want to.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a recruit this year. He said, when I get to school, these coaches are gonna make me sweat, so I'm gonna make them sweat a little bit.
They can come back to hunt you though.
It can.
But I appreciate the brashness.
Yeah. Because it's the only time you have that power.
Because you are property. Once you get there,
Once you get there,
it's a wrap.
That's it.
It
you
cuts
property.
out.
That's it.
And you better hope that that property don't get damaged.
They de-recruit you.
Yeah.
As they say. So.
All right, Travis, how can people find you these days? And what are you up to? What you doing? What you want people to know about what you're doing?
Well, I'm always, serving the community. You can catch me on IG.
Okay.
At Game Breaker Nation.
Okay, IG at Game Breaker Nation.
Yep, or you can go to my Twitter, which is at Game Breaker. And Game Breaker is a company that I created. Actually, it started off as an apparel company. Being associated with being a game breaker was being at the top of your game. Being mentally and spiritually strong and overcoming obstacles. Game breakers are patient enough to receive delayed gratification from hard work. And all of that was generated through that hard time of transitioning from, the sport and playing. I remember watching, Corey Bennett and I, he's my business partner, played at Notre Dame, watching a Monday night game, Deion Renner, a punt return back. And he and I was talking, kind of engaging, and you had the Philadelphia Eagles playing against the Cowboys, and we was like, man, I know they ain't going to kick the ball to him, so we betting each other whether they going to, kick it to him, and they did, and he ran it back for a touchdown, ran a punt back for a touchdown. We was like, dang, that's some game breaker. That's how we came up with the idea, and then we started defining what a game breaker is.
Okay,
I created that company, and that's what I do. The movie choreography under. I do the apparel. I do the training. All of that stuff under the Game Breaker Corporation. So,
all right. So y'all heard it here. You could catch Travis at Game Breaker. That's GameBreaker.
We'll be tweeting out.
Yeah, we'll tweet out all this information, and we'll also put some of it in. We'll put it in the description as well, where you can find him, so that you can stay in touch and see all the great work that he's doing. We want to thank you, Travis.
Appreciate it. At Game Breaker Nation. At Game Breaker Nation on IG.
And at Game Breaker on Twitter. Y'all know what it is. We will see y'all later on this week for me and Chris's picks, and to talk about how we did last week. Y'all know what it is.
Go Dogs. See you.